Oh, that's annoying.
Execution, turn to wasteland from the grass. Thou shalt go no further, it was said they shall not pass.
Okay.
Resistance and the madness of the war. So go ahead, face it, enjoy the dead, though you die where you lie, never asking why.
Oop. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the universe, it is time for cash games. Twisted Tootsie versus Zyswen. God, these guys are so sick. So this set of games is on Ploesti. Twisted Tootsie. Very high-ranking player versus Zyswen, who's been playing quite a lot of cash games, actually. They've done the coin toss. Twisted Tootsie called heads. And he got it. He selected United States forces, of course. And they're getting the game ready right now. Let's see who opted for what. This is Ploesti version 0.25. We're cruising right along on version updates. Yeah, it's go time. Still got time. So sick. Waiting for 3 minutes. We can go into the map and take a look around. So, minor changes to this version. These barrels have been doubled up, and we're using the taller pieces here. It makes a little more stand out, so when you're maneuvering around these, you can see that these are sight blockers. It's obviously rotationally symmetric. These barrels have been shifted in this way quite a bit, so they're actually tangent with the road here and here. From 2 versions ago, these were shrunk down so you can actually maneuver around them. So that's a hell of a lot better. Did I turn this down? Yeah, I was doing something. There were some pathing updates. You know, a little stuff here and there tweaked. Oh shit. That's about it. Looks like in the north, Twisted Tootsie went American. And in the south, Zyswen has gone okay dub. Mr. Sturm Tiger, how you doing, buddy? Big Daddy G. Ugh. Just waiting for this shit to pop off. Hey, you got the coronavirus yet, Sturm Tiger? This version should be a lot better. I'll be interested to see how these barrels are such an important feature on this map. It's like putting them in exactly the right spot is going to be so important to making this work. Okay. Here we go. Twisted Tootsie idle. Brave start. So this one's going to get out a little bit faster than him. How's it going, Predigley? Orange best, gentlemen. Yeah, I'll be, I mean, I want to see what they're going to do here. And just so you guys are on the same page, right here. Right here, thanks for that, Orange. Right here, this barrel has been moved closer to this road, so it's tangent here. This road has also done the same. These barrels have been, I'm using the triple stack, so it's a little more obvious that they're sight blockers, and we doubled them up. Yeah, same here. So this new version is, it's just a scooch of a tweak. Yeah, no, it's all good, Orange. Any feedback's good feedback. Twisted Tootsie's just trying to get capping done on this VIP. Fuck knows if he's gonna get that done. Yeah, I know. Did they have like they have I mean, there's no cranes around. Did they have forklifts back in the day? They must have had forklifts in the 40s, right? Now I'm curious. Oh, they totally had forklifts in the 40s. I just Googled it. We're good. Fucking ass piles just getting work done. Driving up the rifles. He's just trying to wipe a couple of stern pile models before he goes home. Not gonna happen. And the stern pile just popped that one. Oh, excuse me. Looks like Twisted Tootsie has gone recon support. Those cluster mines are brutal as hell. Volksgren's gonna post up on the green cover here, but probably not gonna get there in time. Recon squad gonna go toe to toe. Firing at point blank range like maniacs. It's goddamn slaughter. Creative name, what's going on, man? You want a dead horse next to the barrel, Sturm Tiger? Sturm Tiger, alright. I know, I picked up that ass piles from Sturm Tiger. That's his fault. He just kept saying it, and now I said it. I actually agree with that. Beacon goes up for Twisted Tootsie. On the right side, Volksgren's probably going to get overrun here without support. Looks like in the meantime, Zyswen is recapping the rest of the left side of the map for himself. Well, good little flank here. Probably going to wipe one more model before they go home. Or he opts to leave him alone. Fighting like a gentleman. Any refugees in right-hand side container? You mean, yeah. You talking these? There's only one way to find out. Drive a tank over here, fire at the container, and blow them up. Only God in that little container knows. Looks like we got Battle Group headquarters coming up here from Zyswen, Tier 1. Has not picked a doctrine yet. Luftwaffe, Grand Offensive, No Surprise, and Breakthrough are up for choices here. Got a classic split here with Zyswen taking the left, Twisted Tootsie taking the right. We have an absurdly aggressive ambulance coming up here from Twisted Tootsie. And he is using it. This is an intentional placement here. So this one is going to need to deny this position, or this is going to give him a hell of a good offensive position. What's going on, buddy? I'm casting. Casting a best of 3, then we can get in some games. Twisted Tootsie making huge use of this ambulance here. This one's going to need to get anything to remove this from the map. It's pretty goddamn vulnerable, too, given its position, but you can't really stop it. Orange Best doesn't like Pathfinders, huh? Double Rifle's gonna try to retake their fuel here. Gets in. Gets a grenade and misses. That's kind of a shit grenade, to be honest, by Zyswen. Twisted Tootsie was just on top of it. Ambulance moving right. Bulk's gonna try to stand off against these troops here. Really good use of the ambulance here by Twisted Tootsie. Looks like he's opting for a captain. Captain at point blank is going to shred these Volks. I don't know about that right there. This one does pop an MG. Not a bad idea, considering all the infantry. Although he posts up on the center. This one not bothering to get anything from his tier 1. Looks like he's going straight tier 4, possibly Obers? Maybe? Or like an absurdly aggressive tier 4 emplacement? Too much oil, huh? For America. Folks forced off. Gonna post up on the green cover wisely. Oh, that's another feature actually that changed, is when this barrel got moved over, the green cover here got moved. It was like back here, that got moved up. And this crap was also back here, that got moved up. Obviously rotationally symmetric. I am a true patriot. America. You know? You fucking beat the Nazis. Beat the Soviets. Well, the Russians beat the Nazis, let's be honest. We were like in the back, pushing them along. You know. And then we fuck shit up in the west. I suspect tier 4 going down. Yep, from Zyswen on the left. Gonna try to lock down the left side with tier 4 flak truck. Action all over the map here. Captain finds out the tier 4. Zyswen trying to throw down some smoke to cover his tier so he can get installed. Some Volks coming in, do some long-range damage. I think that'd be wise if he could stand off against those captains instead of going point-blank. Rifles popping Vet 2. Ambulance still driving around with impunity on the right side. Yeah, that's right, Orange. That's a really aggressive tier 4 spot. Pretty goddamn vulnerable, to be honest. Rifle's getting suppressed. Tier 4 does get installed. Still has plenty of health. Sternpile's gonna drive out this captain with little or no effort. Looks like tier 4 immediately is going to be producing Obers. That's not good because that the half track apparently does a ton of damage to the tier 4. The Faust coming in, but he can pretty much ignore that. Smoke comes down from Zyswen. Wisely done. I mean, he doesn't mind taking a couple of Fausts. He knows he's burning up his opponent's munitions. Machine gun sets up. He can do a little bit of damage. The right side is gonna... But the center's going to kind of fold here from Zyswen, though. He's focusing so much on the left trying to deal with his truck. Rep's going in on the tier 4. Just needs a little bit more fuel here to be able to pop his tier 4's flak capability. Airborne. Gets some on the field. Oh, and also a pack Howie. Good choice there by Twisted Tootsie, given the bunkering in that it looks like this one's trying to achieve. It's a beautiful day on Ploesti. Tier 4 gun is up. Obers without any upgrades. Tier 4 draws first blood. The pack Howie is going to be a menace to this tier 4. This might have been a massive mistake by Zyswen. MG doing good suppression. Obers destroying wood somehow with their rifles. I fired a lot of guns in my day. I've never actually dissolved a pile of wood with bullets, especially now with a bolt-action rifle. Half-track coming in. It's going to square off against the MG. MG's taking damage. It's trying to set up to get as much damage as possible. Huge force of Volksgrens coming to the center. We're going to need to keep our eye on this tier 4. I'm just going to select the tier 4 so we can see its health in the bottom right. MG does not have incendiary rounds. MG forced to retreat. That was a fuel barrel that exploded there. Oh, the Volks. He doesn't see the Volksgrens going around the corner. He doesn't get a Faust off, though. Oh, he wipes the pack. Nicely done. Zyswen just getting a focus fire down on that pack out. That was well done. At a minimum, stops the fire temporarily on the tier 4 and does wipe the any vet that's accumulated. And Zyswen pretty much entirely gets routed from the right side. He didn't lose many models, though, so if he can get healed pretty quick, he can get back into this. But this tier 4 is in such a precarious position. I mean, that's such a simple counter. Right? Like, why? You don't even need an anti-tank gun. Shit, you can just go to town on it the way you've got it here. MG34 trying to maintain presence in the center. Twist and Tootsie doing a great job with this ambulance in the center. I think a combination of this half-track and the pack howie are going to spell death for that tier 4. He's trying to get it repped. We're catting in. Gonna try to get a max range shot here on the half-track. Kobe's. Good grenade. Oh no, he opted for the ambulance! Fantastic shot from the Raketin. These poor medics never had a chance. Pack Howie still extended out here, but the half-track's covering. Probably gonna attack ground through here. Incendiary rounds coming in from the MG. Assault Grant's trying to destroy this, and he does. Wipes the units off of that pack howie. Gets recrewed. This entire battle is to save the tier 4. Oh no, the devastating parachute bombs coming in on a retreat path. Those stern piles are toast. God, that is so strong, dude. This ability is bananas. Especially for 110. Raketin has to retreat. Over Soldat and hold it down in the center. Probably not for much longer, though. Tier 4 taking damage from two sides. The Tier 4 goes down. Twisted Tootsie looking dominant. That engagement wasn't the best for this one. I mean, that Tier 4 placement is so goddamn aggressive. I've seen a lot of players do that on this map. Or more people, I should say, doing it on this map, and it's like moving. I've seen tiers come back here. This is a hell of a lot safer here. Because if you're they got to set up around this barrel instead of like, you've got so many options when you set up this aggressively. This one not tapping out, opting to send some of his forces right and post up on the center. MG is a double vet. That's pretty nice. The question is, what are the Americans going to go for here? Shot goes off. Hits the half track. Trying to fire through a giant metal barrel. Not looking great there for the Raketin. Pack Howie continuing to be a menace. Oh my god. That better be a barrage. If that's the auto fire, that's disgusting. Zyswen does cap up the right side of the map. Looks like they're going to just do a little bit of a trade here. Twisted Tootsie getting the left. Yeah, auto fire for indirect weapons should be really inaccurate, and then barrage fire should be accurate as fuck. This game's supposed to be designed around player input, not idle units doing crazy amounts of damage. This half tracks hit Vet 2. Ober's posting up on the green cover. Machine gun gonna cover the center pretty well. And he really needs to hold off these weakened airborne. He can't afford to lose both sides at the same time at this point in the game. Good retreat there from the MG. Raketin stays in the center. Nope, Zyswen recognizes that half-track can destroy him on retreat. Falls back. Over standing their ground against the half-track. His airborne are pretty weak, though. I think the Raketin fired a shot and hit the truck and dissolved it. Airborne reinforcing. This one has cashed up a decent amount of fuel. Question is, what is he going to use it for? Another tier 4, perhaps? Machine gun covering the center. Not sure where that shot was intended. Raketten's firing into rifles? That green cover wall just saved that Raketten. That was a fair retreat. This one is just losing control of the map, though. If Twisted Tootsie gets control of both sides, Sherman is going to be cooking out here for the Americans. Volksgrens are going to try to break out on the left side with Oversold Don. If he can retake the center, at a minimum, he'll be in the game. But at this point, he's got to get another Raketten to deal with Sherman's coming. American steel. Sherman tanks on the field. Half-track's going to take a shot from the Raketten, but I suspect the Raketten's going to be in terrible danger as soon as the Sherman gets out here. Oh, tries a max range shot. Can't quite get it. Sherman tank going for the left. Also popping 50 cal on the top. Wiping some more models. This one is getting a second Raketten, but at this point... Let's see, 153. If Zyswen can pull off like a surprise kill on this Sherman, he actually will kind of be back in this because of his fuel stash. He'll also need to take some of the map, but this Sherman tank needs to just go away in the next, like, couple of minutes. Second Raketten pops. Assaultgrens on the left. They're going to have to be a little bit careful there. Those are expensive models. He cannot afford to lose at this point. Half-track continuing to do so much damage. This Raketten has to be extremely careful in the center. Let's get a shot off on the Sherman. Sherman's about to take a Faust right in the ass. He does. 50 cal is up for the Sherman. Oh, this is terrible news. That Raketten's got to be awful careful. These overs could get wiped on retreat. This was a very ballsy flank. Nope. Airborne decided to go home. Double vet Raketten now. You got to hang on to that vet. That's super important at this point in the game. MG gets good suppression in. Yeah, this one's starting to pop MP44s for his Grens. That's not a bad idea. Big Artie coming in on the packs. On the Rakettens, rather. Gets him out just in time. Good dodge there. That was a good retreat. This one's starting to recap the left side fuel. Really needs to get fuel. I mean, if Twisted Tootsie gets two Shermans here at the same time and the half-tracks rolling around, I don't think he's going to be able to stop that. Not without some very clever mind play. Sherman drives off stern pilots on the left. No surprise there. Nice, pretty late. Wire going up on the right side. That's a new one. Flame nade goes in there, no surprises. Dude, Zyswen, if you could get in the building and then pop through, you could grab cutoff, bro. I haven't seen anyone try cutoffs this time. Double Rakettens. Alright, see, now this is what needs to happen. The Rakettens need to stay together. Dodge Artie and this pack howie horse shit. And, get a kill. Really needs a vehicle kill, like, ASAP. Volk's gotta get retreated here. Where's that machine gun? Covering the center VIP. Twisted Tootsie does have enough for another vehicle. Jesus Christ. Sherman tank coming back to the center. MG's got to go home. That's a trip fed MG. Got to be a little bit careful there. Double Rakettans. Do get some good connections there, but the Sherman's just going to go home. A lot of attrition happening here in the center. A second Sherman is cooking for Twisted Tootsie. That's going to be the last nail in the coffin. He can't get some wipes here. He might actually get a wipe. The overs can pull through. Come on, dudes. Nope. Oh, a Twisted Tootsie was wiring off the right side. That's hilarious. Rakettan's doing wine clearing job. Yeah, looks like he is going for King Tiger, as Orange has wisely pointed out. Not sure how that's going to work out, given the brutal lack of fuel. I like the switch that Twisted Tootsie just did. He went for, the frig of those things called. The fuck you infantry tanks. Nice flame nade over the hedgerow here. Captain's just going to post up and try to drive out the Volksgrens. It's probably going to not work with stern piles here as well, though. That's a lot of firepower, and he wisely retreats. Volks posting up there. Zyswen about to fight yet another Sherman. The same Sherman. That's kind of a waste of a Faust. That's how you can tell someone's flustered when they're firing Fausts at tanks that are already backing up, like you don't need to. Salvage! Huge salvage! Holy shit from Zyswen. On the left. Sherman getting big shots off. Rakettan might get a shot. Come on, boy. Don't wait till all you guys are eating shit. Of course, the second Rakettan's not here to really capitalize on this. Might have actually been able to kill that Sherman if they were doubled up. Guess he's getting healed. That's cool. Oh my god, just oh no, that was that's fair actually. That was good. Motor carriage. Motor carriages are scary as shit. Did he lose a rifle? Did I miss something? A lot of MP44s here. Pretty sure the Axis can win this fight if he gets a little bit aggressive. Yep, there you go. Just gotta focus down the captain. Meantime, this one is taking the right side of the map. Trying to. The half-track will deny that. Gets a nice stun nade off. That was a beautiful stun nade here. That should drive these rifles home. Although the Sherman's going to dampen that mood a little bit. Sherman whiffs that shot. Volk's forced to go home on the right. Rakett moving into the center. There's just so much in the center. Jesus Christ. Jackson coming out for Twisted. Twisted Tootsie is pretty much indomitable at this point. The moment has passed where this one could have made some kind of a comeback. That's just not going to happen anymore. This tank is here because obviously there's some either a Tiger or a KT coming out, and Twisted Tootsie has said fuck that. Yeah, much appreciated, Predictably. This map, I'm very happy with this map. Seriously, this map has been, from a design standpoint, like, everything's just kind of worked out with this one. There hasn't been any, like, shit shows. And, you know, maybe we'll see it in ladder one day. I think, really, before this map goes into ladder, Amelie Fields from Wolf, that needs to go into ladder. That map is better than I shouldn't say a lot. That's better than some maps in the ladder pool right now for 1v1, and it should be in the ladder. one of the few maps I've seen where I just see it and I immediately go, yeah, that can be in ladder. Almost never happens. That's definitely one of them. Raquette getting big shots in here, gonna get a second shot, he gets a second shot, he hits! And he's probably gonna go home like immediately because there's so much shit here. Zyswen, this is gonna have to be the most ridiculous King Tiger that has ever, like, existed in Company of Heroes. You understand that, right? Like, this King Tiger is gonna have to kill everything. You understand? Like, all his units, all his arty, all his anti-tank. It's gonna have to cap the VIPs. You know, it's gonna have to, like, it's gonna have to do things that are not, that King Tigers normally don't do. Stream Tiger, that's my infinite pleasure to keep space alive. Oh, Sherman wiping his own units. Feeling remorse for the Axis, decides to murder his own troops. Yeah, that's better. That's so much better. There's actually like a one-to-one aesthetic on what the hell's going on there. Raquette comes in. Gets a rear armor shot off. This one is capping up the right side of the map. Stormmaker, what's going on? Yeah, oh yeah, those every replay that comes in is absolutely clutch. Do we have another? Oh, we do have a Raquette over here, although he's not really turned the right direction for some fucked up reason. Oh, he could have gotten a few shots off there. Might have been able to kill that thing too. This one somehow breaking out onto the map. I'm not sure how this is happening. I feel like Twisted Tootsie's idle? Oh shit, I don't know. Raquette and caps. This Twisted Tootsie wisely moving right up, grabbing the cutoff. Yeah, no, cash games are always great because you can get higher level players to come in and just, you know, play the game, and high level replays are better. Even games are also better, obviously. Twisted Tootsie killing it with the cutoff play. Yet another beacon goes up. So this one just trying to keep the VIPs alive at this point. I'm a little bit surprised that Twisted Tootsie hasn't, like, just tried to finish him off, like, entirely. What's going on, Carbonate? Stir pile's coming right. They're gonna get driven off by the half track here. No chance in hell. Nope. You gotta go home. You gotta talk about your feelings. You gotta regroup. You gotta get your buddies back in. These Raquettans should be used in twos, bro. Twos. You need two of them to do damage. Raquettans are not that strong. Will they make it through the butterfly bombs? Oh my god! Nope. No, they didn't. And that sucks because vetted, those units vetted are so goddamn important. This one trying to drive out these rifles in the center. That would be nice. These overs should be kicking the shit out of them, honestly. And they are. And the Big Daddy of Big Daddies, the savior of Hitler, the savior of the Axis, the King Tiger, is here. Let's see how this first shot's always very indicative of how well it's going to do. Doesn't wipe any models. That probably tells you what we're going to get here. Vet 4 MG in the center, getting some. And we're gonna try to support the King Tiger here. Jackson in the right place at the right times. This one's got to get VIPs, and he's got to get wipes, most importantly. Has to get wipes up the dick. He has to kill so much shit with this Tiger. It's just not gonna happen. Okay, yeah, he's just deciding to go right to the heart of the enemy here. Oh! Double shot with a Raquette, and that was sick. Jesus Christ! Those poor bastards didn't have a chance. Missed his second shot. He's got to get some infantry support up here. The left VP is going to get capped up by Zyswen. Jesus Christ. This wire here is pretty hilarious. This is going to give the Volks a pretty bad retreat path. He's got to be careful there. And he needs to take another sector like immediately. Another VIP like immediately. Volks actually hold off and wipe the units on the left. King Tiger fighting against AP round firing AT guns, which cannot pen the front armor. Rifles are going to retake that left VP. There's a significant infantry presence in the center. That MG's in a terrible spot. What are you doing? I've got 5 you. Oh, Jesus Lord. God, blue-eyed. Fucking Jesus. Well, that sucked. Yeah, this is going to be over here. Jackson coming up to put some hurt on the KT. A lot of cross shots happening here. Jackson getting another good hit on. I mean, this is fucking over, dude. He's got to cap another VIP, and he lost his machine gun. He's got no units. Let's wipe the AT gun. His half-track might actually die before this one bleeds out here. KT gets vet 1. Butterfly bombs totally miss. KT destroys the half-track. Their little douchey infantry get out. This one does get the cutoff. He's going to get the right VIP. Alright, this is his last stand. This is it. This is all you get. No dessert until you get one more VP, sir. Folks doing some work against the... Oh, good smoke there. That was a nice little popski. King Tiger not going to get any repairs anytime soon as the stern pilots are just trying to make their way to them. He's got to hold VIPs at this point. You know, if this one didn't aggressively place that tier 4, we might have had a more even game here. That's my prediction. Half-decent nade goes off. King Tiger has no choice but to go in and fight damage. More Volks popping from Zyswen here. Now the hurt's going to come in on this Tiger. The Jackson going to do everything in his power to finish it off. That Raketten's got to be in position, and it's not. I already know it's not. It's on the far right side of the map. There's zero anti-tank support for the King Tiger. The last hope is this one. He's got to get Raketten support, as Orange Pest is correctly pointing out here. Orsil Dotton go home. Real high vet, so that's kind of nice. Cactos, thank you for the follow. Orange, you said he needs racks, and you are correct. Well, he has got one. He's got one baller-ass one on the right. Problem is, he's not covering the KT. And the bleed here is real. Twisted Tootsie sitting on an absurd amount of resources. I feel like Twisted Tootsie's playing a little bit idle. Jackson gets a good shot. KT answers. This one's Raketten has been driven off on the right side. King Tiger going to continue to take damage as long as Twisted Tootsie has lost. He can fire with impunity from max range. King Tiger gets a machine gun, which is not going to help. Oh no, that's the commander on the top. He's going to try to drop Artie. Does not have the resources. King Tiger in peril here. Jackson looking for a kill. Gets the shot, penetrates front armor, and the King Tiger goes down like Nixon. And Zyswen wisely taps out. Game 1 here. Plow the outskirts. Shit, man. That's pretty good G1, right? I don't know. You can't go tier 4 that aggressively unless you've got a plan. Like if you're setting your tier 4 up, you go hard left or hard right. You can do that, but You have to have a strategy set up specifically to handle those kinds of counterattacks. And I just didn't have it. What's going on, Crossfire? Here's your stats. I think this graph will tell the story. Yep. And dead. Fair enough. And the score is Twisted Tootsie up 1-0. Game 2. We're going to do a little switch around and pop back into the game, boys. They're booting up game 2 right now. Guys, these kinds of events, I've run out of. I'm doing this is a best of 3, $20 out of pocket, all 3 games on Ploesti. These cash games, this is specifically for map development. Like, this is fun. We get to hang out and just dick around. But this is for map development. These games are you can't make a great map without testing like this. And so thanks for Twisted Tootsie and Zyswen for participating here today. And we're getting some. Loading into the map right now, boys. There's their faction picks, if you're interested. Totally flopped around here. They probably still got the delay on, which is fine. So I can eat a little bit here. I know, Sturm. He always puts up like a decent fight and loses. He's a good player, but yeah, I don't know, man. I have faith in Zyswen this game, boys. Yeah, still got 2 more minutes. Listen, Dagger, I have faith. I have full confidence. I have full confidence that this one's going to come through here, right? He's going to... I wonder how... He's got an email, doesn't he? As long as he's got an email, we're good to go. This song's my shit. Turkey under sanctions. Oh. Well, we can do this old school. Well, I'll send him an IOU, and if he wins, I'll wait for those sanctions to be lifted, and I'll send him the money. Piece of cake. Right? Piece of cake. 50 seconds, boys. We're starting shortly. Storm Talker, I'll mail him a $20 bill. How's that? Snail mail. Get some. Streaming in a cash game. All right.
What? I'm streaming, I guess.
All right, guys. Alpern, legend in the chat. In the north, we have Zyswen playing as the Soviet Union, Mother Russia. In the south, Twisted Tootsie playing as Wehrmacht, Austria. Twisted Tootsie immediately goes defensive doctrine. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Concrete bunkers. OG. Big fan. Zyswen has armored defense, armored assault, and guard motor as options here. Looks like we're going to get a double engineer build and then conscripts. And immediately popping the goddamn Osttroopen. These poor bastards. Drafted from farms and cities and apparently a factory where they make everyone look exactly the same. This is actually a family. This is like a family unit. They're like quintuplets. Or what is that? When you have 5 kids at the same time, they're all twins. That's what this crew is, apparently. Both players splitting up their forces. Zyswen opting to get a good position in the center, not a bad idea. Most of the time when I obs games on here, people are immediately moving to the flanks. Not a lot of action in the center, and I think this start, where you get some presence in the center and get a good kind of sandbag position early and then opt back to the sides, that's a good idea. First shots fired. Everybody missed, like stormtroopers. Pretty much.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
That's a little strange. Oh, okay. Engineers jumping over the sandbags to fisticuffs with the Osttroopen. MP40 Pioneers are going to drive them out, though, pretty handily. Right side of the map getting capped up by Twisted Tootsie. We're looking for a Zyswen win here to go to game 3. That is not a foregone conclusion. Machine gun being cooked by Zyswen, who opts for tier 2. Good cutoff here by Zyswen. Nice little pickup. As you can see, he owns the center, so he's also cut off this position here. I'm going to be biasly rooting for Zyswen this game because he lost game 1, and I'd love to see game 3. Flamers get a nice timing on the flamethrower pop there. That's some Co-1 shit where you would like, you have rifles and they're just rifles and you would pop the bar upgrade and you would try to time the pop as you're doing an assault. So if you're on defense, you'd be playing against the guy and you just see regular rifles and then all of them get bars at the same time as the assault like really gets underway and then everything dies. I don't see people do that at all anymore. That used to be such a brutal part of the game. MG facing up against Osttroopen here on the right. Posting up with the green cover. Conscript's going to lose to these assault grans on the right for sure. Looks like this one's going to go for a more defensive posture here this game. Not that he didn't try to go for a defensive posture last game with a tier 4 covering one side.
Comrades, we have now installed a field hospital at headquarters.
Meds pop for this one.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
Looks like a tier 2 going up here for Twisted Tootsie. This one putting up mines on the left. Love to see that. This one still has not selected a doctrine. Not sure if he's got much of a plan here. Flamethrower is doing big damage on the Osttroopen. Osttroopen are going to have to go home. They do get Vet 1 popped. 2 more squads moving up here to try to wipe these flamethrowers. Not a lot of support over here for the rest of Zyswen's forces. Twisted Tootsie gonna make him, or is Zyswen gonna make Twisted Tootsie pay for every foot here? Collins a green cover, although the piles are just gonna overrun these guys. The flamethrower piles do wise, or flamethrower engineers do wisely get out in time. Khan's gonna take some more damage as they go home, but he does get what he needs. Oop. I'll be back when this cast is over, boys, and we'll kill. Sorry. Engineers trying to goad these units into the landmine on the left side. This one does get a good cutoff on the right. These engineers need to go home, like right now. Like, or now. Or right now would be good. Thanks, DB Bombers, for the encouragement here. This map has been under development for about a month and a half, or 2 months? I lose track of time. Couple months, I'd say. Good landmine going off. Shocks are going to retake the left side in its entirety. See what's happening on the right side here. Machine gun is facing off against Assault Grens, and Khans have a good flanking position. Those Assault Grens are going to have to go home. The Shocks absolutely murdering these Osttroopen. Center's going to get retaken. Zyswen is getting shit done here. Armored car comes down to the center. Pretty sure Zyswen does not have 18 aids. He does not. That's not something people normally research early on in the game. Zyswen looking dominant with map control for the moment. Also has quite a lot of fuel banked up. That's a good call by Twisted Tootsie attacking the shock troops as they are pretty much impotent against the armored car. He's deciding to soft retreat. I guess he wants to spend resources reviving these guys. Oh no, he's smarter than I am. He's lured him into an anti-tank gun. Really wants to hold on to that left side, apparently. A shit show happening in the center here. Khan's gonna go home. Flamethrower doing massive damage. Oh, the Khans make it out. This one giving it his all here. Holds the center. Just bodies. Letting the bodies hit the floor here in the center. Armored car makes it out. Shock troops have to go home, but overall, Zyswen holds the left and the center. That was some great maneuvers there. A landmine going down behind green cover. I absolutely adore this. Yep. Just keep jigging those around and you'll get them in. War is hell. And a barbecue sometimes. Machine gun holding down the right side. Just barely gets suppression off on those Assault Grens. He's got to be a little bit careful because they could get by him. I think this pile's going to send him home. He might lose this squad if he's not careful. Yeah, there you go. I was gonna say, dude, you're winning. Don't be a hero. Even though we're playing a game called Company of Heroes, just play the game. Reps going down in the armored car. He's gonna need something else. Something else. Yes, and of course another Osttroopen. That's what he needs, and that's what he's getting. Assault Grens, oh, right, because he's in I'm like, what the fuck? Forgot, he's in a defensive doctrine, so that's a thing. Shock troops, scarier than hell on retreat paths like this. The armored car saves the day. Shock troops in a very bad position now. Gonna lose a lot of models to flamethrowers. He may chase as well. Action popping off in the center. AT gun in a little bit of trouble. Landmine, it looks like it gets swept there. Armored car chasing in the shock troops. MG's going to try to set up just to drive off this armored car. Green cover takes some bullets for him. And they do make it out. Twisted Tootsie making a bit of a comeback. Grabbing the center and the right. Machine gun going to hop into this building. Use it as a strong point against the shit show that's happening right now. There are engineers behind enemy lines here. Not sure what they're planning on doing. That AT gun's trying desperately to get over to the armored car. Zyswen does grab the cutoff, where he is going to decap the cutoff here shortly, denying Twisted Tootsie of the new fuel he's trying to obtain on the right. Zyswen does have quite a strong position there with the AT gun and the machine gun working in tandem with that building. Heard someone hit a landmine on the right. A couple of assault grunts go down hard. Khan's got to be a little bit careful. Is he tech to 18 aids? No, he's decided against that. Zyswen does have his tier 4 going up. And he has picked a doctrine. Urban defense, obviously he's picked a doctrine. We saw the shock troops. Durr. Zyswen trying to contest this position a little bit, but not in a great spot. Cover goes down. He's going to have to retreat those Khans, surely. Machine gun moving to take the cutoff. That's a great spot. Khan's in a little bit of trouble. AT gun getting some damage done. Those are very dead pios. Those are dead. Those are very dead. They're so dead. I do apologize, but they're dead. He had a wife. Okay, moving on. Left side's being taken by Twisted Tootsie. Fortifying the VP here. Wire not really stopping these shock troops. Machine gun gonna cap this up. Double vet flamethrowers going down. Khans do have the building now. Remember, when you grab this building, it's not just for good positioning against units, but you do get some line of sight behind the line here, so you can see a little bit what's going on. That is rotationally symmetric, of course, for balance. The center has been booby-trapped. The right side cutoff has solidified itself. Khans do have to go home in the center. Engineer's going to try to just kind of contend that area a bit, but the Osttroop probably going to drive off these flamethrowers, and he does wisely retreat. Shock troops coming in with a big grenade, not moving! Twisted Tootsie takes that one right in the face. A couple models go down hard. We got ourselves a game, boys! Twisted Tootsie trying to get into tier 3 now. Who knows if he'll stay there. He does have options for Stug 3s. I believe out of tier... I suppose he has to... Let's call him. Shock's in trouble. MG too busy to help. AT gun in a great position here, though. Gonna get a shot in. Pops bet. That was a big miss there. Khan's in a lot of trouble. Assaultgrens looking for a wipe. And they get it. Nice wipe there. Kind of an offhand grenade thrown in. Khan's pushing left. Twisted Tootsie, the wire master here. Jumps into green cover. Not the best spot against flamethrowers. Twisted Tootsie doing everything he can to exploit the qualities of the defense doctrine. MG getting pushed off here from the right. This armored car's been doing work, man. 13 kills, double vet. Those little, these little, you know, Sally AT guns aren't really doing the trick against that thing. He's gonna need more than one. Flame off. And this one pulls out a win there as well. I believe he's gonna, if I was him, I would go whoop and then come down here. Yep, there you go. Oh, he's listening to me. He's hearing my, oh no, he's not. Oh, he's doing something totally different, throwing a mine up in front of the door there. That's not a bad idea. AT gun setting up here while the engineers retreat. AT gun gets yet another miss. Putting on anti-inf fire. Nope, he's going home. T-34 from the motherland. On the field, T-34-76 coming in, going to drive off those grenadiers. Attacks coming in on the right side from the Shocks. Looks like they're going to be able to push them out. Khan's facing up off against Osttroopin. Shocks comfortably take the right side. Oh, that's not a landmine. That's a demo. Bro! Sick move. Okay, yep, let's see this wipe. I want to look other places, but I have to see this wipe. He just detonates it and kills everybody! Jesus Lord. It's a big-ass hole in the front of the building. Well played by Zyswen. Fucking demos, man. Shock troops need to be a little bit careful. They're going to pick up the cap here on the right and fall back. Good retreat path around that. Thank you very much. T-34-76 driving off these engineers. Zyswen looking pretty dominant, also capping up the left side of the map. Gotta be a little bit careful. Armored car gets abandoned. Probably the dumbest mechanic in all of ladder right now. Does end up wiping it, although a Stug has popped and a pack's gonna put some hurt on that if he could connect. Apparently we've got some guys with eye patches running the AT gun there. T-34-76 gonna try to... Oh! Gets a sick run over those engineers. Can he get the wipe? Those poor bastards. Can you imagine being run over by a tank, like, foot first? Ugh. Ugh. Jesus. AT gun trying to support with the Stug. Pack moving on the right. Tootsie gets another good round in with the Stug here. Destroying his own wire. The Sally AT gun doing a little bit of damage, getting some good side hits. Although side armor is not a thing in Co, and it should be. Maybe in Co 3, maybe, I like you hearing, maybe, is that gonna be a thing? Stug, not a fan of his own units apparently, firing on the assault grens. The Frigsy, is there a mine here that I'm not aware of? Nope. I love that assault grens move faster around tanks. Like, that's just sick. That's hot. A little bit quiet here on Ploesti, the beautiful, majestic oil field, you know, where we are. Was this Teller? Oh, that is a Teller, bro. Sick Teller. Kobe! Shock troops don't seem to mind giant shells landing right in their faces, moving left. Okay, that hurt quite a lot more. No, they need to go home. That shot was awful. But this shot is going to be a hell of a brutal one if he doesn't get out. He does fall back. Lost trooping too weak to wipe. Assault grens retaking the center. This machine gun double vetted in a little bit of trouble. You got to get out of there, dude. Yeah! Jesus Christ, that was close. Flamethrowers end up driving off the assault Panzer grens in the center. Sorry, not assault grens. Yep. Going a little fast here. Feel like one of those guys that are trying to sell stuff in the market. Is that T-34 dead? Did I miss a dead T-34? Yep, I sure did. Whew! This has been a good game. Flamethrower against minesweepers. That's not a hard one to call. As a real AT gun, 76 mil comes in. Sally AT gun sitting up at the center. Oh, gets a good bottle wipe there. Falls back with the... Yeah, okay, against flames, fair enough. Machine gun setting up on the right. Nice maneuver here by Twisted Tootsie, firing over the wall. So sick. Yep, love it. Some flame piles going way behind enemy lines to try to cap might get wiped here. Jesus Christ, gets a little bit lucky there. That's awful scary. MG sets up on the fuel. Yeah, machine gun plus shocks, not gonna have that. So this one's sitting on just a ridiculous amount of fuel here. I think Twisted Tootsie's in a little bit of trouble in the long run because he's just got to get some fuel income for armor. I sense a KV2 at some point. 76 mil in trouble. In barrage mode, not targeting down the tank that's actually doing the damage. No support for miles. Oh, wait, no, there's an MG here. Gonna lose that 76 mil. Oh, sick shot. Also action coming down over here. Machine gun does end up holding the fuel. Losing the 76 mil will be a disaster here for Zyswen. Oh my god. I do believe that is a wiped Assaultgren. Jesus Christ, a lot of action happening here. No, I wouldn't recommend that spot. Not even a little bit. Nope. 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 Yep. Lost your AT gun. Now you've lost the machine gun. Your own 76 mils barraging your Sally mill. She's going to go down hard here in a minute. Shock troops trying to hold down the center. Get a surprisingly weak grenade off there, although he does pop triple vet. Grabs the 76 mil. Oh, and a KV-2 comes out of nowhere! Dear God! And decides to spare everyone. Well, that was anticlimactic. Twisted Tootsie, grabbing up the center. KV-2 fires first shot in anger, misses pretty bad. This shot could be devastating. They're so clumped up here. Picks off a model. Stug coming to the left side yet again. Gets a good shot. Pops double vet against a 76 mil. You gotta be a little bit careful here. He's committing to this fight. Nope. Decides to back up. A barrel comes and hits the poor Stug on the armor. KV-2 fires a shot. Barely misses. Pack is not in the greatest position to fight this thing off. Does get a shot off at point blank, and now he's gonna eat one himself. Doesn't lose any models yet, but he will. Sector Artie coming down from Twisted Tootsie. Looking for damage. A second Pack on the field. Sector Artie starting to do damage. Pack whiffs a shot, gets shot by his own Sector Artie. Sending his own troops through the artillery explosions and doom. KV-2 wisely backs out here. Double flamethrower on the building. That is going to be terrible damage. It is hell on the left side here on Ploesti. And Twisted Tootsie taps the fuck out. Zyswen coming back with a win on Ploesti. That was a sick game. That demo was like a pick punch right in the dick. That was Alright. That means we're going to an ace game. I probably should mention it's a best of 3. Jesus Christ. Twisted Tootsie is invoking his 2-minute break. Game 3 will be on Ploesti yet again. Whoever had the higher VP count from the 2 games chooses faction. Oh, it gives me a chance to eat some food. Anybody got questions about Ploesti or space? I can answer them. Shit, I got nothing else going on. Oh, what? They did a Red Baron song? Yup. Let me look at the stats from the last game. Yep. That's roughly how it went. Pretty even, and then, you know, KV-2 murdered everyone. Fucking Zyswen coming back. Stream Tiger, how'd you give him an Amazon gift card? Would you mail it to him? E-card? What the hell's an e-card? Just so everyone's on the same page, the VP count for Game 1 was 370. Game 2 is 470, so Zyswen gets to select faction for Game 3. What excellent fucking timing. As we sit here amidst a worldwide pandemic, playing Company of Heroes 2 on Ploesti outskirts, drinking a beer. And in the north, we have Zyswen playing fucking Soviets. And in the south, a building that's almost indistinguishable from the one in the north, Relic. We have Wehrmacht. Or Austere. Or Germans. Or whoever the hell these people are. These buildings look exactly the friggin' same. I mean, there's a little cutout here, right? Like, there's a cutout, right? If I'm going to be real specific, right? If we look here. Right? They look a little bit different. Okay, here. Here. The Germans have nicer roofs, obviously. I mean, no surprises. But, Jesus Christ. They learned that lesson. We all know, because when the new Co stuff came out, the buildings looked distinguished. You know. Alright. Twisted Tootsie. Building an MG42 on the right, with Grenadiers in tow. Zyswen opting for cons. Does the exact same thing he did before, which, you know, works because, you know, he won last time, so you can't argue with that. I hear the pitter-patter of an MG42 on the right. Pitter-patter, pitter-patter, pitter-patter. Firing at the engineers, who get suppressed and have to fuck right off because that's 1,200 rounds a minute of like 308 cartridge, which would be scary as shit to be on the receiving end of. Conscripts coming in with an equally large cartridge in their rifle, looking to outflank the MG42. The MG42 can't turn in time. He tries to get a couple of bursts off, gets a burst off. The cons get by him with a hoorah! And the cons looking scary on the right side of Ploesti outskirts, but they decide not to try to gun down the MG42, and instead they kind of fumble themselves. Another hoorah tries to get him around the MG42. Huge flank coming on the right. Engineers doing terrible damage to the first con unit, but the engineers are trying to face off against pioneers. Reinforcements coming in for the Grenadiers. It looks like Tootsie outmaneuvers Zyswen despite his superior velocity. That's a damn shame. I thought he was going to rout him here. If he routed him here, he would have taken both sides. That was actually like a giant loss, especially this early in the game. Yeah, hey, why so serious? He picked Axis again because he got to, he picked friggin' faction based on VIPs. VIP count. Zyswen got to select. He selected the NVPs. He had higher VIPs after the first two games. So we play game one, we play game two. If it goes to game three, whoever has the higher VIP count of those two games, of the loser, fucking gets it. And he got it, and he picked, apparently, Soviets yet again. So here we are. Did it go perfect? I don't know. I'm just fucking watching. And Alpern with a big prediction here. Saying this one is better than Tootsie. Alpern, do you think that Tootsie's going to take this game and the $20 prize, which is going to put me on a goddamn path to have to figure out how to pay him on Amazon?
Our headquarters, our opponents are seizing a sector.
This one deciding not to purchase units. Alpern predicts this one's going to take this. You know, Alpern, I don't mind who wins in terms of, like, players, but I don't want to go on Amazon and figure this shit out that Sturm Tiger has described to me to get him paid. So that sucks balls. Grenz wipe one more model and get vet. Bro, go home. Go home. Bad dog, go home. Good dog. Good dog. And the Grens are going to retake the left. Zyswen's retaking the right. Are the 18 nades out? Good question. No, sir, they're not. He's got nothing. Yeah, Alpern, he went Maxims last game, too. I would have expected a tier 1, but, you know. To each his own. He's an independent boy. He's a thinker and a doer and a... Oh, shit. Twisted Tootsie. Love it. Going German infantry doctrine. Yeah, they got their own clown car. This MG is completely fucked. This one has decided to go tactic that just does not seem to pay off because it's very static, and this is baller as shit, burning shit down. Oh, he's gonna have to be a little careful. I mean, there's a lot of... I put like 3 fucking MGs covering this spot here. 2 MGs. Cons get around the MG yet again. MG42's got to go home. Apparently they get suppressed? What the fuck happened there? Huh. We'll chase him home, do a little fire damage. Bang, bang. Flames in the center will retake that. Pops vet 1. Yeah, that one model on the left. I'm sure that was it. Yeah. It's a wise call from Orange. There's going to be yet another Gren man popping out here. We do have some Peckerwoods here coming out on the bottom. And this one will recap the left. This one's in trouble, bro. I mean, this half-track is going to play hell. Oh, sick. Dude. Love this. Love what he's doing here. Assault Grens. There's stormtroopers in the friggin' half-track. Oh, that is going to be devastating. Oh, the little Sally AT gun pops. Dude, you've got to get out of there. They do so much friggin' damage up close. This is death. Alright, he does suppress those little peckers. Gotta get those Volksgrens out of there. That's awful scary. Assault Grens, or Stormtroopers rather, pop out. They're gonna go to town in the center. The Grens coming up, but they're just blobbed like bitches. They're gonna get suppressed as they should. Drops him out on the left, but he's gonna hold the center. Synth Strike. I would sponsor 5 Steam keys for the tournament for my game. Synthetech? Synthetech? You want to sponsor 5 Steam keys for the tournament? For which tournament? What tournament are we talking about? You mean this best of 3?
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
I'd take you up on that for a future series for sure.
The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
Flamers get driven off. See, Twisted Tootsie's starting to look pretty dominant here. He's got a lot of these upgraded Grens. Those 5-man Grens are scarier than hell. Whoop. Synth Strike, I'd take you up on that offer for the future. In the year 2000. Center's going into shit mode here. Yeah, I toss you PM, bud. Oh, he's in suppression mode on the half-track. Love to see that that's being used. Although it's not suppressing. There it goes. These Grens are just going to tear up the center. Center's looking devastating. Flamethrowers coming in. AT gun popping off. Zyswen has got to get some friggin' map control, man. Demo on building. Oh, Orange Pest. Your eyes are like wicked good. Elpern, you don't need map control. Oh, all right, well, shit. Then he's then if that's true, he's gonna be fine. Khan's push off the MG on the right. He's got it. Well, he's got his fuel back at a bare minimum. Half track. He might gun down some grunts here. This would be a huge pickup for him. Not gonna. Jesus Christ, that was close. Not gonna get it. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember now. Okay, the doomed half track over there is going to start murdering his way back to victory. Oh, maybe not. Opts to just drive up and drop his kids off at the school. That's kind of nice of them. These assault I keep calling them friggin' assault grenades. Stormtroopers. Trying to cap up the left side fuel. That'd be nice because he could deny him fuel. Oh, and he gives it back to him. No, you had it. Put your foot over the line. Oh, Jesus Christ, he had him. Zyswen getting a great cutoff on the right. That is big. Outstanding maneuvers there. '18 aids going in on the half track. Nicely done. Gred's freaked out there a little bit. MG trying to hold down the center. Can he suppress those flames? He can, but he's going to take too much damage. Who knows? Action popping off across the entire goddamn map. This is anarchy. MG successfully drives the center back. Left side looks like it's also going to hold, and Zyswen loses the cutoff temporarily. MG42 getting some good suppression. Panzer IV cooking for Twisted Tootsie. Zyswen does not have anything to answer that with. He's got manpower. He should probably get a real AT gun. And he opts for another machine gun. What is going on? Panzer IV is now in the field. The only thing between Twisted Tootsie and victory is that tiny-ass AT gun and AT grenades from the conscripts. Oh, well, conscripts. I mean, this one unit over in the back kind of taking his time. Dude, Twisted Tootsie, this is over. This is so over. I mean, what the hell's that thing gonna do? Nothing. He's not even in position. Just drive into his base and kill everyone, and it's a wrap, sir. Does get the half track, wipes a bunch of stormtrooper models. Trying to get the AT gun in here. Where are the conscripts? Conscripts having a friggin' tiki torch bar hangout over on the right side. Zyswen desperately trying to reinforce. Khan's trying to get behind the Panzer IV. Does get some pen, but it's not going to matter because he's just slaughtering everybody. Hoorah, not going to get there in time. Zinstrike, thank you for the follow, sir. And thank you for the offer for the keys for the game. That's pretty cool. Classic, thank you for the follow here. Well, the shitstorm is happening. Guys, if we get 3 more followers, we hit 400. And you know what that means? Absolutely nothing. MG sitting up in the center. Looks like Twisted Tootsie gets a good cutoff on the right, but Zyswen has been cut off from the left. Zyswen desperately needs to get some AT. Get some AT. Nice smoke in the center. That was well played. Gonna grab that VP yet again. VPs are actually pretty goddamn even here, but he's going to need to deal with this Panzer IV. And oh my god, if he doesn't, it will kill everything. It will kill everything. How have you not built something in the meantime, in the interim? Shock's looking in trouble. Big shot! Oh! Good lord, that was close. I mean, honestly, Twisted Tootsie can drive around with impunity. This is over, dude. Alpern, how does he come back from this? Honestly, drive in again. That little, just get a few more model wipes and leave. Nothing he can do. He's putting up tellers like, Jesus Christ. Su-76. Alpern still predicts a big win from Zyswen. This Su-76 is going to have to be legendary. Because this is like the worst AT gun that has ever been created. This is the AT gun they fought World War I in. I guess I don't actually know where it's from. Panzer IV moonwalking onto the right. Alright, Twisted Tootsie, you better win so we can get another sub. Let's go. AT gun gets driven off yet again. He's got the green cover. Shock troops looking ballsy here on the right. This is gonna have to be legend Su-76. Good first shot. Shocks go home. The Panzer IV is gonna make it out of here pretty easily. Misses the second shot. This one trying to break out, moving left with some flame piles. Trip vet. This is going to be brutal because the second another tank comes out from Twisted Tootsie, speak of the devil, a Panzer IV just popped, he's going to be able to basically overrun Zyswen's position. Especially if Zyswen doesn't keep his anti-tank capabilities together. These things need to work in tandem to do maximum damage to these this armor. He's going to retake the left VIP. It's a nice little thing, but you got to remember... Tellermine, Tellermine, Tellermine. I mean, Jesus Christ. I don't see any sweepers from Zyswen either, so if he comes out with his armor and get destroyed by a Teller, which can one-hit kill Su-76, it's a rapski. It's over. Cloaked 45 mil pack creeping. Looking for some buddies. Looking for some friends. Krenz wisely retreat. Panzer IV looking scary, murdering everything. Huge attack coming down the center. 45 mil gets a boost in attack, but it's really not going to make a goddamn difference. Shock troops going to do good damage on the Krenz on the right. Panzer IV facing off against the Su-76. The Panzer IV not being maneuvered. Twisted Tootsie's going to throw this game if he keeps his eyes off his armor here. And a Panzer IV goes down from a mine. Let's go. Zyswen with a big maneuver here. Oh, and he loses his own Su-76. Oh, just kidding, because this is Company Heroes 2, and Relic has yet to remove Abandon from the game. The Su-76 still lives. Yes, that's the dumbest thing in this game. Yes, it is. It's not the lag. Oh, and a demo goes off, wiping another unit. Jesus Christ! Alpern, the god of predictions here. Panzer IV destroys the Su-76. This game has turned on its head, and Zyswen has also started to try to retake the right. He does get the cutoff temporarily and has triple capped Twisted Tootsie. What the fuck is going on? Holy shit. That MG certainly... I don't know, bro. So I know he wiped something over there. Kobe! Rest in peace. Misses. That happens. MG setting up. Dude, if Zyswen can maintain this cutoff, if he could get over here and hold that, that would be fucking nuts. Not sure how they're healing. Doesn't matter. This remaining Panzer IV can still be a serious menace, although a real anti-tank gun, 76mm, is on the field. Oh my lord! Panzer IV massacring these bastards. Oh, huge explosion goes off as he connects with the tanker. 76mm in good position here, but Zyswen's really got to get back onto the field. Getting map presence and keeping map presence are two completely different things. Twisted Tootsie has yet another Panzer IV on the field. Moving left. Shocks retake the center pretty comfortably. Vet 2 Panzer IV. He's going to continue to bleed the manpower from Zyswen. I mean, this alright, 76 is here. Getting some shots in. Getting some great shots in. Jesus. Christmas. Shock troops coming onto the right. Panzer IV looking a little bit weak. It's going to continue to take shots here from the AT guns. Alpern correctly. Yeah, if he can get his fuel up here, he might get a KV-2. I'd love to see it. Honestly, if he could get one more Panzer IV wipe, this game would be flipped on its head. Because 2 AT guns can pretty comfortably get outflanked without snares. And his cons have never really been working in tandem with these anti-tank guns. One Panzer IV looking a little bit weaker than I'd like to see it here, moving into the center. 76mm looking around the corner. Gonna get a shot off here. Takes the shot. This is not a good move. Not a good look for the Axis. Gets a second shot. Oh, and the Sally AT gun misses a max range shot. This Panzer IV also kind of getting mixed up here. Does get out of the way. First, the weak Panzer IV does get out in time. Sally Panzer IV trying to take this thing head on. Flamethrowers coming in to try to wipe the AT gun. Shock troops trying to wipe the flamethrowers. Panzer AT gun does go down. 76mm trying to set up to get a through shot on. Panzer IV trying to get the shots to destroy the AT gun. Barely worth it given the fact that it's such a weak AT gun, but probably still a good idea, frankly. Zyswen just destroying these barrels in frustration. Right side does get retaken. He should probably think about taking a VP here. Second 76mm would also be a fair idea. Going for the snare. Finally, the conscripts get into the AT game. Gets a good nade off. The AT gun is moving to pursue. He is going to be able to be covered by shocks if he counterattacks. That Panzer IV not going to be much use here. The shocks, that's a great position for the shocks to stay in while he tries to finish this Panzer IV off. Oh no, the low health Panzer IV still coming in. AT gun tries to get a through shot out. Misses. Zyswen does not. He's got troops over here that can help support against this defense. Good smoke goes off. That was a great smoke. This is the make or break right here. He has to stop these forces from wiping this. He has a machine gun in position. Wow, machine gun saves the day. Huge suppression. Double machine gun, actually. And he turns them away. Panzer IVs in dire straits. They are getting repaired, and a third Panzer IV coming out. Zyswen gonna need some kind of madness to finish this game. VP's 256 to 339. Best of 3 for cash on Ploesti outskirts. Jesus Christ. Who will win the day? Alpern's predicted Zyswen or Tyler's financially preferred Twisted Tootsie. This one's setting up on strong on the right here. Looks like something is happening in the center. Something that's being denied. There's still 2 teller mines in the center too. You gotta be a little bit careful here. If he goes for a KV2 and then ends up getting destroyed on one of those teller mines, he's not gonna get destroyed off one landmine, but that's gonna cause big problems. And he is gonna have 3 Panzer IVs. And the KV2 is not gonna be out for another. Well, he's getting his. He's gonna have that thing out of here pretty quick. This one trying to play a defensive game here, biding his time. The AT gun turned to the left. Twisted Tootsie trying to set up a flank here. Big attack coming on the right. Action all over the map. Everything has gone to shit. 76 mil is firing on this. That machine gun cannot cover both flanks. Weak flamethrowers covering the rest. The Panzer IVs are storming through this area. Half track goes down hard. Panzer IV is trying to destroy the AT gun. Panzer IV is getting shot at. Someone follows in the middle of the shit show. MG goes down in the center. The cons have to go home. This AT gun is doomed. Everyone is retreating. Can he get the last shot off? No, he gets wiped by the Panzer IVs. Jesus, jumped up, tap dancing, titty fucking roller skating. Christ. Huge attack from Twisted Tootsie here. And instead of popping a KV2, he opts for more shock troops. And Zyswen apparently throwing the game in style here. Why, dear Christ, did he do that? Alpern, you're going to need to have a talk with your boy here about how to win games, because a KV2 is clearly the right choice. Right? Like, this is over now. This is super over. Like, no, the shocks could kill everything, and this is over. Well, I say that. Vips, they still got a lot of Vips. All he's got to do is build up manpower. Maybe he misclicked. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he was trying to get a beer sip in and he tapped on the wrong key. Who knows? All we know is that was a terrible, terrible idea. And this single AT gun now has to hold up 3 Panzer IVs. There's no way in hell it's happening. Oh, it doesn't have tier 4 either. Thank you for pointing that out. Why so serious? That's why he didn't do it. Because he was gonna do it, and then he realized he couldn't because he didn't have tier 4. That's what just happened. That is exactly what happened. Choked on the tier 4. Choked on that tier 4 dick. Zyswen does not even have any engineers at home to try to build the tier he needs, and he taps out. That was a sick game. Woo! Alpern, I think your prediction would have come true if he had tier 4 up. Like, for reals. I mean, maybe he wouldn't have won, but that would have been a much more interesting game. These Panzer IVs just doing horrific damage. This Vet 2 with 50 kills. Alpern subs because his prediction goes off the rails. Thank you for the sub, Alpern. And one of these Panzer IVs had 50 kills. Alright, that is the damage that's being wrought. We had a 16 kill P4. That other one's just for show. I mean, honestly. Yeah, that was a 6 series, man. Come on into chat, boys. There he is. Zyswen. Zyswen, where was your tier 4, bro? Everyone was like, get the everyone was like, get your everyone was like, get your goddamn KV2 out. Dude, let's see the stats here. He could have had that. That KV2 would have come right about here, man. Oh my god, Grenadier is just murdering. Huh. Crazy game. Crazy last game. Thank you, Zyswen, for suggesting the cash game. I think that was good timing for everybody. Just a sick game overall.
Fields of execution, turn to wasteland from the grass. Thou shalt go no further, it was said they shall not.
Pompey is putting up $20 for his Twisted versus Stuve cash game. I'll do that right now if we've got the players. Oh, fair enough. Maybe another time, boys. That's a 6 series, man. Check Steam. Well, hell of a series. Thanks, Elpern, for that sub and that wonderful prediction. Thanks to Twisted Tootsie and obviously Zyswen for coming in and playing this, especially to Zyswen because he suggested we play this. Thanks for the support in the mapping community because we are getting shit done. And Ploesti, frankly, is looking tight as shit. Ploesti's looking very good right now. Unless I'm missing something. So, yeah, man, I don't know. Velocity's nice, but the two big buildings along the bushes are really weird when pathing. So I think I know what you're talking about, Tootsie. You're talking about when you're at a certain position, you try to tell them to go in the door, and they go around. Yeah. So this is classic Company Heroes. So the physical pathing for the unit around that stone wall sends it to the closest door, even though there's a pathing that goes around it. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. It's because it looks like there's a door on one side. Well, oh no, Elpert, I think he's talking about... Let me boot up the map. I'll show you. I think I know what he's talking about. I know what you're talking about. So it depends which side he's talking about. So right here, this is not a door. It certainly looks like one. Yeah. No, this building design is completely unique to 1v1 maps because basically what happens is you've got this unique, you can come through here, this trench. I mean, you all just saw it. You can also teleport through to the cutoff and out into the center. Yeah, I could put a bush in. That's not a bad idea. I'll put some aesthetic stuff there. Yeah, so the eye sees what it's supposed to see. And, like, there are no 1v1 maps that have buildings this big because they don't work. But here, it's actually functionally... It gives you all these different options. It gives you standoff options against the center if someone's coming out. Like, the building hedgerow play on this map is totally unique, and it's so sick. Yeah, we could put a... let's go into the objects, boys. Fucking tractors everywhere. What do we got? There's also always no. The crates are an easy one. What about some milk? Just put some milk. No, not there. I don't think that. AE, you just missed a sick series, bro. AE or Elpern, or if anyone wants to cast, I'd be happy to host you guys. This one actually has the same, I don't know if it's an issue, but the same feature set. People play obviously with cameras rotated sometimes, so we want to make sure that we evenly distribute the shit. That's cool, Elpern. Guys. So that looks better, right? Now you can see there's not a door there. Yeah, man. Thanks for stopping by. I think that looked good. Yeah, Twist Tootsie, great. You see, this is the shit. This is... I absolutely love developing maps of the community the way we just did this. Like, just today. That looks like a small tweak, but if you're in, like, a high-end... Like, that $20,000 tournament, some miss micro around what you think is a door and it isn't, change the whole goddamn game. And the fact that we can come in here and do this and tweak these maps and get them really tight is so sick. Dude, looking tight. I mean, I think this is looking pretty goddamn good. Amelie Fields really needs to get into Auto Match 2. Whoops. 1v1 map. Fuel depots. You talking these, this one? When your AT gun was over here, and there's a Panzer IV here, and you were trying to attack ground through it? Yeah, I saw it. I know. I think it's necessary to have shot blockers in the wide open. No, this is the thing, like, when we're looking at the map, like, right now, it doesn't look that bad, but when you're in-game, like, this is so goddamn open, or it was, and I like these barrels specifically because they give the impression that there's line-of-sight blocking. I experimented with some different, like, tankers and shit in there, but they look like you should be able to see through them, and you can't. So this should make that more obvious. Well, ladies, gentlemen, Twisted Tootsie. Oh, by the way, Twisted Tootsie, I need your email, bro. Give me a PM and I'll send you the cash. By the way, Twisted Tootsie, everyone just won $20,000. No, I'm just kidding. That was a $20 game. Best of 3. So, Twisted Tootsie, I did friend you on, I PM'd you on Steam too, bro. So either way, Soren Kepler, White Flash, hi. We were discussing whether a map with no cutoffs could be fun and competitive. No cutoffs. A map with no cutoffs could be fun and competitive. No cutoffs. It's probably not, Soren. And I can give you an example. So during Company Heroes 1, there was a map. Yeah, right. That's funny, Alfred. Yeah, no cutoff maps. Here's the reason that can't work generally. There was a map in Company Heroes 1 called Sturzdorf, okay? It's actually a sick map. But no matter what, that map got tweaked like 100 different times, and no matter what anybody did, they couldn't get that map to flow correctly. And flow in a way that made the map really good and really competitive. And the reason is because they could never figure out an elegant solution to cutoffs on that map specifically. And maps like Angeville have cutoffs that, and this is, I'm still in the Co-1 world, have cutoffs that work, and that's why that map continued to be good even to the end of the Co-1 era. Like, maps that don't have cutoffs don't last very long, because what you're trying to do when you're designing these sectors is you're trying to design points of interest, okay? If you don't have points of interest, the core of Company of Heroes starts to break down, because if, like, you have VIPs, which is a point of interest, you have buildings, which are a point of interest, you have cutoffs, which are a point of interest, you have high resources, which are a point of interest, right? And cutoffs are something that interacts with the resources. Cutoffs interact with, your income. If you position buildings and cutoffs and terrain right, it also interacts with other points of interest, which are like defining features like hedgerows. Like, cutoffs are super, super important in making a map competitive. And actually, I can also reference you to... This article is old, and elements of it are outdated. But this article I wrote before the World Builder came out for CO2. If you go to the section about cutoffs, that'll also elaborate on that point I'm trying to make right now. There's a table of contents on the right there. There's elements of this article that are outdated. Actually, I have an illustration of Sturzdorf in that part of the article. Awesome. In fact, right here, I can just give you the direct link. There you go. That is my summation of the cutoff. You know, you can elaborate on this stuff quite a lot, but maps like Crossroads, how good would Crossroads be if it just didn't have cutoffs? You guys tell me. Probably wouldn't be very good. Ploesti's in that boat. Really, all maps. Nexus. I can't envision a map. I wouldn't make a map without cutoffs to try to make it competitive. Let's put it that way. And even the bigger maps, like 3s and 4s, are better. They're always better when there's cutoffs because you're creating a point of interest. And points of interest are what Co is all about. Because there isn't base building, we don't have any base building like StarCraft or Age of Empires. There's got to be other elements that are interesting for players to interact with. And for us, it's the map. It's all about the map. So, yeah. You're going to need cutoffs, I would predict. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Well, I think I've yammered on here long enough. Don't you guys think? You guys want to watch Kimbo or Helping Hands? I'll hand you off to whoever you want. Soren, interesting. Thanks, mate. Reason I'm asking is a lot of high-level players seem to complain, whine, moan, etc. about particularly a cutoff on a given being too easy to reach or too difficult. So maybe create a comp. Well, okay. So before I hand you off, the reason that people are complaining about cutoffs being easy or hard to get is because, well, they should be. First of all, the cutoffs need to be made correctly to make them work, and you don't want to take a problem on a map and try to remove the problem by not addressing the problem. So by removing cutoffs, you're basically not addressing the problem. You're saying, I don't want to deal with this problem at all. And that's a problem that you've got. That's like a car with 3 wheels, a map with no cutoffs. In my opinion. I could be wrong, but I have yet to see that work. And the fundamentals of Company Heroes is, you know, the map dictates the game. So that's my spiel. Guys, I'm going to hand you off to Troyd. Because he is doing 2s at least. If you guys have any more questions, toss me a PM. Twisted Tootsie, I owe you $20. Send me a PM on Steam, please. And we'll see you boys on the other side. Thanks for coming in and checking out the stream and the cash game. Send you a Steam link. Thank you, Twisted Tootsie. Godspeed, everybody. And good luck.